lovelies, I'm Ariel and this is Maven Unmasked, and welcome to my unboxing of the Miracle of Light Divination cards by Lauren Kenny. Now these cards, Lauren reached out to me and asked me to take a look at them, and I thought that the color and the imagery and the patterns were just so beautiful. It's definitely different from my typical type of deck that I work with. The typical type of oracle deck that I work with, you know, may have some words written on them or a keyword, catchphrase, and, you know, images with people, nature, all kinds of different things. Whereas these cards, she says they are encoded with a frequency to connect you with your intuition, to their meditative tool, a tool for healing, a tool for divination that works with you through multi-dimensional levels. So I'm excited to check these out. There's no words on the card. There's no guidebook. It's a 44 card deck. So let's open these babies. They're all the way from the UK. Oh, let's do this. Here they are. I enjoy the feel of the box. I like the texture of it. Okay, it is a paper box, opens on the bottom and on the top. So for this particular deck, if you're going to work with it, you may want to have an additional bag handy just so you can keep the box nice and it doesn't get ripped up. So here's the front cover. The Miracle of Light Soul Activation cards. Okay. So again, it kind of reminds me of the soul cards. So let's read the back, shall we? Okay, Lauren is an intuitive visionary artist, psychic medium, and creator of soul activation cards and readings, which are the combination of art and divination. She has been channeling and spontaneously drawing since her spiritual awakening in 2016. Lauren has over 30 years of experience working with mixed mediums, specializing in acrylic paint and chalk pastels. The cards have become Lauren's life work, and it is her mission to bring them to the world. The images on the cards carry within them a subtle yet powerful vibrational frequency that aligns with the energy fields of those who come into contact with them on multidimensional levels, i.e., one can either see, feel, or sense something which is purely personal. Okay, so Lauren exhibits at events throughout the UK, teaches art, runs workshops and group readings, and you can book a one-to-one private reading with her via her Facebook page. Okay, so let's open these puppies up and take a look. So they're not in plastic or anything like that, so pretty easy unboxing in that aspect. Okay. And they've got their little band on them here. Okay. So these are the backs of the cards, and I really like the purple. I love the choice of color and how it kind of swirls together, and the little Color Your Soul, which is her website. Outline of the logo is here, so I appreciate that. I think that's a nice touch. I think it's very sweet. The pattern and the color of the backs of the cards themselves remind me almost of the stone, and please forgive me if I pronounce it wrong, charoite, or C-H-A-R-O-I-T-E. Charoite? Charoite? But I definitely see that in these cards. So if you want to Google that particular stone and look at its patterns and the different crystallization patterns within it, you may see this as well. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the cards. Again, it's 44 cards, and they have no words on them. So this is going to be really different for me. It's definitely different for me in the sense that it's not like people or places or anything like that. Nice size card deck. It's not too big for the hands. I think it's a nice size. I think it'll be easy to shuffle. Let's look at this. Oh, and I'm glad I pulled this one out. There's a little message here. So cardstock is very good. Okay. It says, I am so excited that you have chosen the soul activation cards, as they have been lovingly created as a tool for self-healing, guidance, and enhancing one's own intuition. Use them to gain clarity, insight, and bring harmony to your life. Spend some time looking at each card and absorb the energy. The cards are visual in nature, and what you see is meant just for you. Whenever you are seeking direction and guidance, meditate or focus on an image. Ask a question and then wait patiently for the answer and notice what happens, i.e., what do you see or sense? Create your own card spread and use them imaginatively in a way that is in alignment with your higher self. I have created these cards to bring you love, light, and peace. Keep them safe and close to your heart. Namaste, from Lauren. Okay, so that's a little bonus card. Put that back in the box. Alrighty. So here's the first card. And it kind of makes me think of grounding, sending your tree roots down into the earth. For some reason, it also gives me a very Ace of Wands kind of feel with the coloring and this. It looks like a rod to me. So please know that as I go through and give these, there's no right or wrong meaning for these. It's just what I'm initially seeing. This one almost makes me think of like peacock feathers. So this brings me to creativity. If I want to look at it just on a color level, I can see green, I can see blue. So I think heart chakra, throat chakra in here as well. Okay. This one to me makes me think of like a party or like a festival. And I feel like I can almost see the shape of a person here, like this. Right here would be their face, and this is their body. If they got a nice flowing dress on, and maybe a little hat, top hat on, you can see a person in this. It feels like a party. It feels like Mardi Gras. Okay, this one to me, I'm kind of tied between the two. I see a lion here, but at the same time, part of me also feels like it has seahorse energy in this card as well. So, but if we stick with the lion, it makes me think of the strength card in tarot. It brings me to courage, pride, loyalty, inner strength, those kinds of things, solar plexus concerns. Okay. Oh, this one's pretty. This one right here. Very beautiful. So these are all from paintings of Lauren's. Ooh, look at this one. It's quite lovely. And as per usual, I don't want to show you every card. This one makes me think of like an orchid blooming or some kind of flower blooming and blossoming, coming into the sun, into its own. For me, I think I'd have to really, and you of course too, and Lauren suggests this as well, is really taking some time to sit and meditate with the cards. Some of them I don't feel anything initially. I'll have to sit on my own when I have some time and really get into them. But some of them I can see things clearly right away. This one brings me to Fae energy. This reminds me of like a fairy, like Fae energy, and almost like rites of passage, kind of passing through here. Okay, interesting. Oh, this is a seahorse one too. Okay, so maybe the other one is more a lion for me, and this one is more seahorse energy. Very beautiful. And it's like, I feel like the resolution on the camera as I'm recording isn't going to do all of these images justice as well. Okay, so this one makes me think of fogginess, confusion a little bit. Things are kind of foggy, kind of fuzzy. This one makes me think of ascension and rising up, almost to a degree like the Judgment card in tarot, this kind of upward motion. And I feel like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 guides or angels, or it's your spirit body as it's ascending different planes of existence. I also feel like I see wolf eyes in here and a nose as well, so very interesting. This to me just feels like green grass and earth and, you know, new life. So they're very beautiful. I think these are a really good tool for meditation, or if you're working through something in particular. This to me is just love and beauty. Very Venus, Venusian energy in this one. Ooh, this one is like, almost like down the rabbit hole. Remember how I said the other one was like rebirth, new life? I feel like this is it too, but this is like, almost like, I want to say like the gestation process of like a fetus or something, or cells forming, new life forming in that way, but in a more microscopic way, if that makes sense. Interesting. Okay. This one reminds me of fireworks, and it also reminds me of dandelion floof. So to me, this is like make a wish. There's reason to celebrate, to look to the skies, to look for signs in the universe as well. Oh, this one's interesting. Okay, definitely see a tarot card in here. The Hanged Man, you guys, the Hanged Man. So pause, surrender. It could also be a card of release, trust, exhaustion, or even since there's no upright or upside down. I mean, for all I know, I could be reading these the wrong way, but there's no right or wrong way. So this way I'm like exhaustion, rest, Hanged Man, surrender, release. So very interesting with that one, with the two different perspectives. That was a nice surprise. The cardstock, again, it feels good. I don't think the cards have too much shine on them. They feel pretty sturdy. I think they'll give a nice rifle shuffle. This one to me totally looks like a whole nother galaxy, a whole nother universe. Something has come to completion. So for me, a lot of these cards are giving me tarot references. So this one to me would be like the sun in tarot. Joy, okay? Joy, happiness, new growth. This one reminds me of like a nest. This one brings me to the element of air. Okay, the element of air. Would I recommend this deck to beginners? I feel like that's a question that some of you may ask. I would say at this point, no, and I will tell you why. Well, I'll take that back. I take that back. I think beginners can use it if you're very, very comfortable with just kind of winging it, as it were. If you're very right-brained, you don't need that kind of structure. If guidebooks aren't your thing, this may be a great deck for you. If you don't like decks with words on them, this may be a great deck for you. This kind of abstract art kind of deck. Or if you're doing, I feel like any deeper psychological work or working through trauma, shadow work, that this may be a good deck for you, because it's a blank canvas. It means nothing. It means whatever you see. So whatever you see in them could be a message in itself for you. Okay, so do I think beginners can use them? Yes, I think it may just depend on what your purpose for using them is. But if you like a little bit more structure, I think maybe getting a card deck with some words on them, or a guidebook, and then as you get a little bit more comfortable with your reading, pick up a deck like this. So that way, if you're just starting out, you're not kind of in the dark and just like, what do I do? Where do I start? You have a little bit more foundation and background and confidence to be able to work with these cards effectively. This one is so beautiful. It's like entering a new dimension, or walking into the eyes of God, the arms of God, opening new doors. Such a beautiful woman. It also brings to me this Freya kind of energy. Very cool. Let's see. And this one, this is the last one I'm going to show you guys. This one here, it brings me to twin flames and soulmates. I feel like there's two figures here, and they're facing each other, and looking at each other and wanting to embrace each other and, you know, take that relationship to the next level. So there's a million different ways that you can read them. There's no right or wrong way to read these. They feel like they shuffle very nicely, very smooth. Okay, let's see how they do for a rifle shuffle. Let's see. Very good. Okay, I'm happy with it. Alrighty, so I'm just going to pull a card to see what the Miracle of Light Soul Activation cards have to say to us right now at this moment in time. What message? Thank you. Ooh, and how lovely. We have this, this guy. And then this is the Shadow card. So to me, this is about taking a break, taking a rest, surrendering, kind of trying to relax and just release and be free of so many things, worry, stress, obligations, to take some time and kind of think and come back into your center, come back into yourself, to do some meditation. And I feel like this message is confirmed in the fact that with this particular card, I feel like I see a woman here, or a fairy or a goddess or some kind of deva, you know, or it could even be you, holding light in their hand. And it feels like they're putting this light, pulling this light from within and holding that light in their hands and honoring that. So it's like as you rest, as you're trying to rest and recuperate, especially as I'm recording this video, Mercury retrograde is about to start. Rest, recuperate, and search within for the answers. Search within you for the light, for you carry the light in the palm of your hands. You know, the light is with you. You carry it wherever you go. Do you choose to shine it on the darkness, or do you choose to allow that light to hide within? So focus on finding the light within is your message as you rest and kind of recover and recuperate and take it easy. So that is your card reading, your message from the Soul Activation cards. If you would like to get your hands on this deck, you can email Lauren directly, which is laurenkenny@hotmail.com. She spells her first name Lorren, Kenny, Kenny, @hotmail.com. Or you can check out her website, which is www.coloryoursoul.uk. And color, for those of you who are in the US, color is spelled color, COLOUR, your, YOUR, soul.uk. But I'm Ariel, and this has been Maven Unmasked with your unboxing and first impressions of the Miracle of Light Soul Activation cards by Lauren Kenny. I really think I'm going to enjoy working with this deck. Maybe not so much for clients, but more for my personal self and my personal healing and meditation work. So I hope you guys be sure to check out Lauren's website and grab a copy for yourself. Have a great one, lovelies, and happy shuffling. Bye.